The Tshegofatso Pule murder case has been postponed to Thursday. This is due to the non-availability of the state witness. The defense put Shoba's version to the first state witness, Tshepiso Tsita. Now, Tsita is a state witness and a friend of the late Pule, who previously told the Johannesburg High Court about a suspicious recruitment agency offering Pule a job. Our reporter, Linda Mnisi, is following the story for us. He joins us live. Linda, good morning to you. So what were the reasons for the unavailability of the state witness?
Well, from the state, it seems the officer who's meant to take the stand is unavailable due to the fact that he's still on leave. Now, this is a person who's said to have downloaded the WhatsApps that have been central to this particular case. The state saying that, in fact, it tried to get a hold of him, tried to make sure that he's available today, but couldn't succeed. But we heard the judge there unimpressed, saying that he is indeed disappointed with the fact that he was not informed over the weekend that this would happen, and now they have to postpone this matter to Thursday, when he could have also made way for other matters that are in his role. But of course, we expect then that that man or that particular witness will be available on Thursday. The state also recalling Tshepiso Tsita. You'll remember she's the first state witness who took to the stand. Now, the purpose of this was for the defense to put Shoba's version to her. You'll remember she spoke about the suspicious job interview, but also spoke about the threats that Tshegofatso had been receiving from an unknown woman. She says this woman had been sending Tshegofatso messages telling her to leave her man, also telling her to go get tested because she is HIV positive. Now, it was put to her that, in fact, on the 25th of May, Ntuthuko Shoba and Tshegofatso Pule went to see a doctor, and she says, well, she does not have any comment, and basically saying, she does not have any information around, what Ntuthuko's version is, but sticking to her gun, sticking to her story of what had happened. The state also putting to her the issue around the cell phone record, saying that the two numbers that she still has saved on her phone till today, she read them out to the court, are not linked or are not the same as Ntuthuko Shoba's disputed number. You'll remember there is a number here that is disputed that Ntuthuko Shoba says is not linked to him. This is the number that was also used to communicate with Muzikaitse Malepane. It's the same number that is also picked up by cell phone records in the same vicinity as his registered number. But to get some reaction only on what has happened so far, I'm joined now by Dumisang Katake. He's known by now, he's the uncle of Tshegofatso Pule. Dumisang, thank you so much for your time. We're reaching the end of the state's case here in this matter. As her uncle and perhaps a law practitioner, would you say you're confident in what the state has brought so far?
Look, I have never had any doubts with regards to the strength of the state case. I think up to so far the state has actually utilized everything that was in its disposal. Although yes, we have to say that it's circumstantial, except for one person who is actually implicating the accused person, Mr. Malepane himself. Obviously, they punched holes with regards to the two different statements. But after all, I don't see any reason why I should say I doubt the state's case. Yeah.
And if you look at last week and how we wrapped up last week, the issue around the police and how they handled the investigations, they came out to court when the defense posed hard questions on them on the investigations, specifically around going to North Kasach where Tshegofatso was killed. They say they didn't go there, so they didn't probe any of that information. They also did not go to Mpumalanga, the place where he said he threw the gun away. He said he spoke of a river that he threw the gun into. They also say they did not go there. They did not probe this number, this disputed number, despite it being registered under a number of people and it having numerous addresses.
Look, I'm not going to speak in defense of the police. Let's start with the Noordgesig issue. By the time Mr. Malipane made that statement, it was here in court. Mr. Malipane had his legal counsels here in court. So whatever the police wanted to do, they had no chance. They had to first speak to the lawyers of Mr. Malipane. And also with regards to the issue of the gun where it was thrown, I believe the police did ask Mr. Malipane, but he could not recall where he threw the gun. So where are you going to start when you're searching for that gun? The issue with regards to, I can't remember the last question. Okay, what was the last question?
Cell phones, the cell phone.
The issue with regards to the cell phone, I believe it's the issue that the police have already probed. That's why they brought the expert, and the expert, they also map out where the cell phone is. Yeah, so I think I can't really fault them that much. They did a sterling job.
Are you confident that you're guaranteed a conviction here?
If we can't get any conviction on this case, then it will be a huge disappointment for the family. But up to this point, I am confident that there has to be a conviction at the end of the state case, or at the end of this case. Yeah.
If Ntuthuko Shoba decides to take the stand, and I'm saying if, because we don't have any of that information yet, what would you like to hear from him?
He needs to explain what happened on the 4th. How do you let a person to go with whoever that you don't know that sells cigarettes, or whoever that you don't know that sells alcohol, or whoever that you don't know that was supposed to be the Uber, and whoever that you don't know that Tshegofato called to come and fetch her? Those are mysteries that are actually surrounding the family, to say, how do you let your heavily pregnant girlfriend to go with the person that you claim that you don't know, and you still manage to relax and send SMSs or messages to check if Tshegofatso was home already? Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right. That is Dumisang Katakekoli. He's the uncle of Tshegofatso Pule. There is still a great sense of anticipation from this particular family as this trial continues. Like I said earlier, it's unclear if Ntuthuko Shoba will indeed take the stand when the defense puts its case. But of course, they do still have questions, and those questions are those that Dumisang has just posed right now, to say that, how do you let your girlfriend, heavily pregnant girlfriend, live with someone that you don't know? These are among some of the tough questions that the family has to or wants to hear from Ntuthuko Shoba. But until then, I guess it then remains a waiting game.
Yeah, Linda Mnisi, very interesting comments indeed there from the uncle of Tshegofatso Pule, and the confidence that they are expressing in the work of the police. He uses the words, they've done a sterling job. We shall see what the results, therefore, what results are going to be produced. For the time being, thank you very much, Linda Mnisi, live for us at the South Gauteng High Court.